If you were to Google Henry County, Virginia, the first image that you would see pop up is a picture of a white house with a green roof. While most locals know this place as Beaver Creek or the Beaver Creek Mansion, it may seem rather puzzling to most why this former plantation house has seemingly become the face of Henry County. Let's dive deeper into the history of the Beaver Creek house and why it has become so iconic. The story of Beaver Creek predates the American Revolution. The land that would become Beaver Creek was granted to Abram Penn by King George III. The King's land grant of 30,000 acres would go on to become Penn's home, with Penn naming the property Sassafras Grove. Penn would settle here for several years before moving westward and selling the property to George Hairston in 1776, with Hairston renaming it Beaver Creek. The names Kings Mountain Road and Kings Grant Retirement Community refer to the fact that this land was granted from a royal source. George Hairston built his house on a knoll just a short ways away from where Little Beaver Creek joins Beaver Creek. The original house was built of brick and lasted until it was destroyed by fire in the early 1830s. George's son Marshall Hairston then repurposed the brick into slave dwellings and other outbuildings, which can still be seen on the property today, and started construction on the white wooden frame farmhouse that you see and recognize today. It was a massive farmhouse with many bedrooms, and all of the interior wood designs and much of the furniture was made by famous carpenter Thomas Day. It also contained a traveler's room, which was a room that was part of the house but was only accessible from the outside and not connected to any other rooms in the house, allowing overnight travelers shelter that would not disturb the family. The Beaver Creek that Marshall Hairston built did not have the additions and wings that you see today. Around 1900, Marshall's daughter Betty Hairston and her husband James Thomas Watt Hairston added on the two identical wings on either side of the main house. When facing the front of the house, the first floor of the left wing was a dressing room, and the upstairs contained an indoor bathroom. The right wing contained a conservatory, billiards room, and butler's pantry. The traveler's room was also done away with and opened up to the rest of the house, with the Hairstons installing walnut bookcases and making the room an office with a library so large it had its own Dewey Decimal System. This was also where the family displayed such priceless imported items that came from China, Italy, India, and the Philippines. The Covington family inherited Beaver Creek from the Hairstons upon Betty's death in 1922. Their family would later add on the final addition to the north side of Beaver Creek in the 1950s, with a space that was meant to be used for entertaining. This addition had a full-size kitchen, bathrooms, and an imported rose marble floor in the main room. Since the Covingtons sold the property, the inside of the house has undergone several large changes. When purchased by Dr. James Bessler in 1983, the house was renovated to fit the needs of a surgeon's office. After Dr. Bessler, it changed ownership twice more, being acquired by Pluma and then later Bank Services of Virginia, now known as Carter Bank and Trust, who used the manor as their corporate office building. Carter Bank and Trust is committed to preserving the historical integrity of the house and grounds. If you like this video, please click the like button at the bottom. If you want to see more videos like this, both now and in the future, please click the subscribe button. Thank you.